Welcome back to another week of us. My name is Shan, and that is Drake from Everything Culture with an A, not an I. And
Hello, hello.
we are out here having the talks people don't want to have. And
Mm.
this is a short series on She Gets It podcast, and you can find it on Everything Culture podcast on your favorite podcast app, and even on your YouTube channel. But today we're talking about that thing that you like to eat that you might be eating next Monday on Christmas. If you celebrate that, if you don't, I understand. But after that is what? Kwanzaa. Okay, for those who celebrate Kwanzaa, isn't that right? Am I
Yeah,
right?
Kwanzaa start the same time the 12 days of Christmas start. I believe Kwanzaa starts as well.
Okay, so cultures going to be doing stuff, going to be eating stuff. We talking about what you eating. We talking about that thing Americans call soul food. Okay,
Mm.
now disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Drake said it's going to be respect, communication, and consistency tonight because Drake's family and himself eats things I might not eat. Things my
Mm-hmm.
family might eat, he don't eat. So we're gonna talk about it all. And my main focus is talking about, is it helping us or is it not helping us? And what about it is unhealthy? But we're gonna talk about it all tonight. Again, this is episode 9. Um, it comes with our health. And if we want to progress as Black people, we got to think about the things that we eat and we put in our bodies. Even though it's delicious, what is it doing? Okay. um Thank you for listening to this season. We appreciate you. Please follow, review, and share it with a friend. You're gonna see us on YouTube, you're gonna see us on Instagram, you're gonna see us on TikTok. Okay, I've been pushing this thing. Drake been pushing this thing. We appreciate all the comments and the shares on X. We appreciate you. Now, Thanksgiving passed. Okay, y'all ate some things. I don't know what y'all ate, but I'm sure it was delicious. We
It
talked
was.
what might be on your plate that is considered Black cultured cooking that might not be helping us health wise in the best ways. So let's talk. Drake, would you like me to talk about what my family eats first?
Please.
Okay. So my culture is very Caribbean. Both of my parents are from Jamaica, born and raised. My mom is one of 11 children uh, for her parents, and my dad, I want to say he has another sibling. I don't know my dad's side too much, but my mom's side is pretty thick. Okay. And a lot of them are cooks, men and
Mm.
women. Okay.
Okay.
They
Okay.
whip it up in the kitchen. Okay. We don't have them all anymore, but for the ones that taught the younger sibling, they know. Okay. And they be whipping it up. And I appreciate it because it's delicious. But we ate goat, lamb,
Mm-hmm.
lots of spices, green onion, cabbage, plantain, rum infused cakes and drinks, and carrot juice and desserts. We do eat cornbread, but not as much. Stuffing. Okay. Yes.
Stuffing. What y'all putting? Okay.
My aunt do stuffing. We had the cranberry sauce on the table.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
sorrel for a drink that had alcohol in it. Turkey, fish. Some of my family do not eat pork. Some do. And sometimes duck is on the table.
Mm.
My dad has brought home a whole goat and put it on the table and chopped it up. I have seen him eat pig feet. I have seen him
Mm.
eat goat tongue, cow
Mm.
tongue. Liver is what I hate, but my family eats it. Aki and sawfish, uh,
Mm.
um,
Heard
red,
that's real salty.
very salty, red snapper. And what's so crazy about it is when they would consume the aki and sawfish is right in the morning when you got up. So you
Mm.
could just think about the high blood pressure.
Star with it.
Listen, so that was a lot of my upbringing. And when it comes to dough, we had hard dough bread, which is a very thick bread that you usually put butter on, or you eat it with tea. So, as far as like salts, sugars, alcohol, oils, has always been a thing. I didn't start cooking with healthier oils until my 30s. Fried chicken wasn't really something big in my family, even though if you go to Jamaica and you could go to KFC is looked at as you go into fine dining or you must have money, that's why you go. But my family's not really big on frying chicken, but they will fry plantains, they will fry fritters and other things. But that's just what's been on my table over decades.
Oh, I thought we were talking about this past one. Okay, we're talking about with decades.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So I'm Drake.
yeah.
I'm an East Texan out of Clayton, Tyler, Longview, all that. That's where my people's from. That's extended all around. All right. So what we're gonna have on our plates, on our dinner tables during the holidays. Um, we're gonna have some turkey, Greenberg turkey, preferably. Okay. Maybe a fried turkey as well. We're gonna have a ham, glazed ham. We be throwing in briskets. I'm just trying to get all the proteins out the way.
Okay.
We're gonna have some fried chicken.
All
We're
right.
going to have. We never had fish. Now we have had some seafood dressing before. That was delicious, and we've had some crab mac and cheese before.
Mm,
Yes, we've had some people had roast. I've never had pig feet for a holiday. Okay, but we have had chitlins. I do not eat chitlins, but my family does. Well, my family do. Um, what else? I think that's all. Are those all the meats? I
mm,
would say so. But of course, we'll have the Cornish hen is in the dressing. Okay. We don't eat stuffing, we eat dressing. All right.
mm.
Major difference. We're going to have rolls. We're going to have potato salad. Yes, Lord. We're going to have the cranberry sauce. We're going to have the split pea salad, which I don't eat. But I love it. We're gonna have the mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, mac and
We
cheese.
we might have an assortment of mac and cheese. Everybody want to think their mac and cheese is the best. Not
We don't have
everybody's.
that. It's one person that makes it, and that's it.
Yeah, that's that. It be drama about that. I would eat it. Nah, who made the mac and cheese this year? I'm passing that one. We're going to have. Oh goodness, I'm feeling like I'm trying to like the desserts are crazy. We're gonna have cakes and pies, cakes and pies.
From scratch.
Um, from scratch. Now, and we've had some people that brought some in from external. Oh, thank you, T. We had the greens.
Okay. We weren't big on greens.
We're big on greens. Gotta have them greens, man.
Cabbage, but not big on
Yeah.
greens.
Cabbage too. Oh my gosh. Get me excited. But in the greens, oh my goodness. I don't know who listened to the episode. The greens this year wasn't good. But with the green, I had the greens. We're going to have the I know I'm forgetting the yams, the sweet potatoes.
Mhm.
Lord, yes. I know I'm forgetting something I like. We had the apple fried pies this year. It was delicious.
I had those.
Yes, 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 yes. Once again going back, we got strawberry cake, we got pound cake, red velvet cake, coconut cake,
Oh,
German chocolate cake. I don't eat all the sweets like that, but
where you
it's something for
do
everybody.
that? How many tables y'all got?
Oh, tables legit, at least 5 to 6. Yeah, and that's just for the food. Peach cobbler, thank you, T. Peach cobbler.
I made a peach cobbler
Um,
this year.
yeah, I saw that. We saw that.
I put
Trying
some
to think if
rice
we have
on it.
anything else here. But yeah, we had the chicken, the turkey, the hams. Once again, I didn't smell any chitlins this year, so not in our household. But chitlins a big thing. But all around, the food, we talk about what's healthy.
Yeah.
Soul food is for the soul, not for your heart. Let's be clear about that. It's for your soul. So I want to be
Levitate,
clear.
levitate, levitate. Okay.
Uh, all I'm saying is for your soul. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have it to get it. And I want to follow up with Most good food, any culture, the best food is usually not the healthiest.
No, it's not.
Stop me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And we talk about the journey of our soul food, of how we got to perfect it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. And how once we are so shamed about it and how other cultures would profit from it, just like so many other things we do.
Yeah.
That's why we must always remember it's with balance. We must consume these things,
Mm-hmm.
but we should never be ashamed of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're seeing right now on social media, they're going to start gentrifying chitlin. And it's not only happening with our cultures, it's happening within other Latin cultures and Mexican cultures and even Asian cultures. They tell you, oh, it's so bad, it's nasty, you shouldn't eat it, this. But then they profit over it, selling it, trying to make it,
Okay.
loving it. So when we talk about the food that why our grandparents ate it, why great grandparents ate it, why because these things are passed down. Now you must always take them into moderation. Always. You shouldn't be eating anything every weekend other than water, some greens, and some protein. Okay. Maybe something
People,
else. Why digress?
these people today not doing that because now it's kind of like cheap and inexpensive food is what people go for. You
But
know,
these food I'm talking dressing are not cheap.
it's not
Potato salad
cheap,
ain't cheap.
but
These are special.
there's
These are
certain people
special moments.
there's certain people that get the yams out the can and do
No, no. And all
it.
this stuff is not out the can.
It's
You have to
not,
put
but
some
there's
work
some
into it.
people that will get the yams out the can and not do it the legit way. And anything sitting in a can for months is processed, and that process is not the healthiest,
Correct.
right? And this wording that most black people say you can't eat at everybody's house,
Mm,
that's for health reasons. How do
mm.
they prepare the food? What is their home like? Um, a lot of the
Do they
food
have pets?
that too. A lot of the foods that pertain to being soul food, it starts the night before most times. You know, you could scroll through TikTok and see people preparing for Thanksgiving this past holiday, and they the night before they in the kitchen, they got the greens taking over the counter. They got
Hmm.
something in
Don't come and
the
ask for no other food because you cook Thanksgiving food. You got to
right,
figure it out. You got to cook for yourself.
right. Um, the things are in the fridge taking up space of regular groceries. People don't grocery shop for regular food
Hmm.
because they need the room. People are asking to hold items at other people's houses. You might see people utilizing a double oven. So it's a serious time to appreciate your family and everybody come together and eat and talk and laugh and bond and catch up.
Congregate, love. What
Yeah,
Shan is trying to tell y'all, these are cultural traditions that we have with one another.
right.
Okay. These are, it's like us coming together. Like, it's beautiful.
Hmm.
And if you don't have it, I hope you get it.
Right.
I will say invite you to our house, but I got to get to know you first. I don't know everybody.
Back.
Because you go see some things, you go hear some things. Everybody ain't welcome. Everybody ain't gonna want to come either.
Yeah.
But it's a family affair. Okay. Oh, when you have to hit. This is the first year I didn't get too stuffed. I would say that I'm proud of myself. I didn't eat too much this year because sometimes you eat so much. I didn't
Yeah.
go back for a second plate in a row.
Oh no, I didn't do in a row. I ate. We ate early and then we ate again later into the day, but I didn't cook a lot of food either. Um. Okay, so we talked about the foods that we might dish out and eat and partake in. What
Yeah.
makes soul food so unhealthy, right? So I had to do a little research.
Butter.
I had to do a little.
Butter, the amount of butter that I've seen in play. I'm sorry, Shan. The amount of butter I've seen, like I'm talking about, there's a lot of butter. I'm telling you, and
Yeah,
sugar.
the butter for sure, the brown sugar, the white sugar, the bleach sugar, the cane sugar. um the sweetener, the oils that we use, the fried foods that are delicious, the salts that are in our meats,
Seasonings, yes, Lord.
the salts that you might put in the greens. Uh,
Mm.
some people,
Please salt them greens.
some people measure it
Don't
out.
make don't make my greens healthy. I'm gonna tell you that. Okay.
People measure it out. Some people eyeball it. Some people
Shout
don't
out to
measure it
Boosie.
out. Okay. You have the refined flour, the enriched flours. A lot of people are not looking at the flour and the flour aisle saying, let me get the organic one. They're getting,
Hell no, we don't get the organic either. I had organic flour 1 year. Oh my god, disgusting. Okay, continue, Shane.
they, they,
Oh
they don't check it. They want what tastes good over what's healthy, right?
yes.
And usually what's healthy is never on sale. So you're making an effort to probably get what's healthy and you're paying more money, which really pushes people off at a time where it's inflation to go for the healthiest thing and it doesn't taste that good and it's more expensive. We're not getting it. We getting the Jiffy, we getting the cheaper flour, you know what I'm saying? Um you mean it has been an ongoing conversation in my pod fam text of this. What do you put in your grits? I
Mm.
grew up never putting sugar in grits. Through pod fam discussion, I've learned that people put sugar in their grits. I didn't know that. I still have
Okay, now
not had
you know.
grits with sugar in it. Um,
I put sugar and butter in my rice.
I've talked to Drake about that too. When we make rice, we use jasmine rice. We usually get it from the farmer's market. It's a big bag. We rinse our rice about 5 to 7 times before we cook it.
Cool.
We oil it so it don't stick to the bottom. We season the rice. We the
See, look, see, that's what you meant. You put a little salt in it. I put it on jasmine rice. Guess what come out? Right when it's, you get it all done,
yeah,
al dente,
yeah.
al dente. But then you put a little butter on it, sprinkle some sugars,
No.
mix it all together.
We put the butter in it right before it's done and let it steam 20 minutes. It should be good. Most people cook
We
their
do
rice
that.
in crock pots also.
Yeah.
Um, Sugar, it shows up on the body in so many ways, and it shows up in a lot of illnesses that we have. Um, that we just feel like, oh, I always ate this way, or my family ate this way. I'm not understanding what you're talking about when you go to the doctor, right? Saturated fats, an issue in the foods that we eat. Delicious, okay? High processed meats that sit on shelves for months that we eat, that we freeze. Shout out to the people that feel like leftovers are good, just put them in the freezer. If you still have Thanksgiving leftovers, it's time.
It's yeah, you gotta let them. You been should have let them go.
Go ahead and go
But
put
but
them.
but I'm gonna pull it back.
Okay.
'Cause, is this an episode about soul food or this an episode about health? Okay.
It's about
Because
soul food.
if we want to talk about, because soul food is not the only healthy thing that we eat. That's the thing about it. That's what I keep saying. Now, when you use this in excess, anything in excess could be
Oh, for
bad for you.
sure.
But now, if you're eating this stuff consistently and you don't eat anytime, I know some people in my family that eat nothing but well done steaks, chicken fried everything,
Yeah.
um, and not a green on the plate.
Yeah.
And if they go have anything green, it could be smothered in ranch dressing or something. Okay. Now, those are problems.
Yeah.
The food that we're talking about, soul food, especially this hearty, healthy, buttery, sugary,
Mm.
whatever we're eating, these are luxury. This is a luxury.
Oh, for
Okay.
sure.
These are things we should eat for special occasions, and we should enjoy them.
Mhm.
Because once again, I look at soul food like kings and queens that how we're eating.
Yeah.
because we did not have the ability to eat such fine foods. Even such as when you talk about, I don't eat chitlins, but I don't knock people eat chitlins. Because when I talk to some indigenous folks and they're like, why do we shame? Yeah, why do you shame yourself by eating the intestines of an animal? Because those intestines are known to be the most sacred and important. Those you don't even supposed to eat it all the time, but when you do, it's for special occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. And when she said, when they said, and you know why? When the colonizers came, they made sure to shame anything that you found sacred.
Mm.
Because once again, we keep talking, we put like, and I'm not knocking not being healthy.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm not knocking being healthy. It's just for it's a specific soul food.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, you don't supposed like now, once again, eat it every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yeah,
Okay, so
you
that's
gotta
what I
ease
was
up.
thinking when I was doing this episode because there are still families that meet up on Sunday and eat like this.
Yeah, and that was once again, if this is a regular thing, that's what I'm saying. If you don't
Yeah.
have a balanced diet, that we can talk about that. But we talking about just once again, I'm thinking of this like the love and the luxury and the history and the culture of soul food, and
Mm-hmm.
we must hold on to that as Black people.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, um, if you look at a lot of these recipes, everything culture, we've done history on where these foods come from. A lot of white women have the name where this like Hoppin' John come from. But if you keep reading, I can't think of her name. She wrote all these cookbooks. She got it from her help, her workers, i.e., the Black slaves that she had.
Yeah.
That comes from us.
Yeah.
The things that we struggle to make, and we make great dishes not only for us to feed our families, to feed their families too. And
Right.
they just take and they get credit for it. Ain't nothing changed.
Right.
So I'm big on we talking about this is come on,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm not
I
telling
don't
you can't have it, but I'm just telling people to be more aware of what it's leading to.
and that's when we talk about being more aware. Now we talking about awareness and health and everything. That's a whole different conversation. Because the same thing, the same family members that eat, you don't think I was at Thanksgiving. I talking to one of my sisters. I know you ain't gonna listen, but I hope you're listening, baby. Okay. She was like, Brandon, I'm gonna give you the government. Brandon, I thought, I've been doing well. I've been cutting sodas out of my diet. I'm like, I was 6 weeks without a soda. I don't believe you. But I was 6 weeks without a soda. But it didn't really do nothing for me. I said, well, maybe you should have waited 12. It may have been helpful.
I have cousins who have had gallbladder
Oh,
surgery.
this one too. Stay in the hospital. Stay in the hospital. I love you.
Stomach
That's why I'm saying
ache
this.
constantly. They have a stomach ache. They go into the hospital. They're not looking for
Oh,
remedies at home.
I was just looking for my phone. I'm on my phone right here. I was about to look up Facebook. I said, I bet they in the hospital now. And I
Change your
bet they,
eating habits. It's little things.
but it's an addiction. Now, if we want to talk about eating and the mindset and process when it goes behind the food,
Yeah.
like it's not even just soul food. It's any type of unhealthy food.
Oh, for sure. For
Like
sure.
with these kids eating hot Cheetos and Takis all day.
And if you
Ain't
Google,
got nothing to do with soul food, but that's the part of that regular balanced diet.
I talked about that on the podcast. If you Google Takis, it's gonna tell you why you're in the hospital with your child.
Just like oh my God, I rest in peace that young child that ate them that hot chip challenge
Oh my God.
that passed away. A lot of people think he just ate one. No, he ate like 12 of them in a row.
Mm-mm.
What you put in your body, it matters.
Let me tell you something.
But
Did I tell you about the time I swallowed a cayenne tablet
no,
early in the morning with my
but
vitamin?
why?
Because I wanted
See,
to take it, but I forgot I had to take it with food and a certain amount of liquid on my stomach. When I tell you my insides were on fire and like ripping
mm,
like this, I was just like, oh my God.
that
Yeah.
bad, that
Yeah.
bad. I'm just very mindful of because this ain't once again this is big in it. Soul food, and if we talk about the health of Black people, that's a big thing.
Oh, for
But
sure.
I'm not gonna put that out. I'm not gonna put like soul food be the
No, I'm not gonna be
demise
like
of
soul
like
food is the problem why we like this today. I'm not gonna say that because I
yeah,
know.
and I want to make sure we have a clear
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
poll.
yeah.
I'll be right there polarized now. If you every day doing something like, because like a friend, I was watching what was it, My 600 Pound Life, and that woman brought the whole tray of lasagna to her bedroom. I like now, sister. Other thing, but ah, I got this. I wish I got this paperwork over here. If I would have prepared more for this, this would be like a 3 hour episode. I took a training. I took a course. I have a certification for it. I
Okay.
talk about nourishment and food and the psychology behind it. I can't. It's through a training course in California. It's so much research has been put in for it. To the trauma that you experienced in life, to your upbringing, to your culture, to your psyche in total, how food impacts you.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm very empathetic once again to those folks who go to 600 Pound Life or get the VSG surgery and things of that nature, because sometimes you need that boost to break it. Okay. The food is an addiction. I was talking about the other day, talking about somebody mentioned, we're talking about crack cocaine abusers. And I was like, I don't want to judge them. I'm addicted to cupcakes.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you put a cupcake in front of my face, like hey, you know how they be doing with little kids, y'all, when
Okay.
they be leaving. I'm gonna leave this food right there in front of them. They had the camera on. They walk away. Don't you touch it. I'll be in that thing like, oh,
Even like let's saying, yeah, where you grew up having that or just liking it a little bit too much. I grew up with a parent that wasn't strict. So the girls that ask me all the time, did your mom let you have X, Y, and Z? I say, yeah. Did you try to sneak it? I said, I never had to sneak it. She will always put the candy in
you had
the.
to build your own boundaries.
My mom never cared about me building boundaries. She never gave me boundaries. So now, as a mom, I'm just like, oh, y'all can only have one piece of candy every Friday.
So, friends, my mama didn't build a lot of boundaries with food with me. I was a
Yeah.
fat kid. I started living with my auntie. My auntie not only built boundaries, she pushed me in certain boundaries as well. She would lock the door and say, "You can't come back inside. Get your get your big butt out there and run and play with them kids."
Mm.
She will walk, she will park in the back, like, and she'll try to, she'll, I don't know, sometimes she'll deny it, sometimes she'll own up to it. But she used to park way in the back of a parking lot anywhere we was at. If we was going to Walmart anyway, she'll park way in the furthest area and she'll walk super fast and she like, hurry up.
Man, all my cousins be mad at me.
Hey,
You want too fast,
hey,
Shan? Slow down, Shan. Where you going, Shan? It's like,
hey, when I
yo,
say the quote unquote glowed up happened, if I show you a picture of me in the 8th grade and a picture of me in the 9th grade, when I say I look completely different,
mm,
and look now, living life of luxury. When people like one of my cousins, she getting a little older in age, she getting a little unhealthy and all that. She going to that. When they start losing weight at an older age, you're like, oh, so and so ain't looking too good. But she tried to say this past holiday, ooh, Drake, you getting a little big. And I not like everybody in my family, like I didn't even have to say a word. Everybody
yeah,
in my family, like, one, you don't talk to him like that.
yeah,
Okay. He looks good in his eyes. Even though I agree, I didn't got bigger. I didn't put on a few pounds since last time she seen me. But two, you was the biggest person in the family for
period,
decades, man.
period.
Decades. I know you. That was like you was like everybody about to tear into her, and it was like, yeah, you might want to leave that alone. But the case in point is, it's that mindset of people always looking at each other's size. Now, size is one thing, health is a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of
Hey,
people who are big and extremely healthy than somebody that's thinner, and organs and all that just failing all over.
when I tell you, being in the Caribbean family, you always gonna be too small, too maga, or you're too big. You're fat. You're never. It's never.
Just right.
"Oh, it's so nice to see you. I haven't seen you so long. Why you got big?" And they're touching your body and they're moving and they're oh inappropriate. But that's just them. And my mom sometimes struggle with it. Now she in Florida looking like Al Sharpton. Ma'am,
Which one?
you lost
I
so
was like, which like, are you talking about current Al or old Al?
much Al. Like she lost so
Okay.
much weight and she's so much smaller. But with age, your body shifts. Your body shifts. And certain things that you ate in your 20s and your 30s, when you get up in your 50s, 60s, you can't eat it anymore. And the thing
Mm.
about foods in America is most of our foods here are illegal because of the chemicals that they put in it in the process.
Yes, absolutely. I did a paper in college about how food imports of food to different country or exports of food to different country is legal. Like in Jamaica, you
Yeah.
cannot ship certain food into Jamaica from America. I don't know if it's still like that, but
Yeah.
in 2000 and what did I graduate? 2008, 2000, I graduated 2009, so I wrote this paper like 2007, 2008. They were like big. They do not take imports from the U.S. because the sugar, the chemicals that we put in our food. That's
Yeah.
why, like even Coke, our Coca-Cola has certain type of refined sugar. If you ever been out of country or like to Mexico, like Mexico anywhere, and you had a like
Different type
that's
of
what they say
delivery.
Mexico, cause it's they use cane sugar, okay,
Mhm.
pressure. Same thing in
Jamaica's
was
like,
it the UK?
yeah.
The UK done this way before um oh my God, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama was talking about this because
Mhm.
my homeboy they doing it in schools now, but it's illegal to serve high sugars or serve or sell sugar in schools in the UK. Been like that for decades
I know it.
because it's Germany. Thank you, because that was a point where you're feeding into childhood obesity.
Mm,
It's no doubt to it.
that's a fact.
So you cannot do it, and that's why, like now, I don't know if you saw that video or the thing of that little girl selling fruit snacks at her school. Because sugar, I've been saying, if we get into this, I don't know how deep we want to get into it, but y'all know sugar is a drug.
Oh, it
Sugar
is.
is a substance.
Oh, it is.
Sugar is what started the translated slave trade. Sugar used to have skull and crossbones on it.
Mm,
Once again, sugar is just a legal, more regularized drug. Sugar, what do you get? You get a sugar high, right?
hmm
Then you get a sugar low. You crash out when you don't have it. Your whole body and your chemistry change around, correct?
hmm
Get jitters.
Yeah.
Do you get what disease did you get? What diseases do you get from sugar?
Diabetes.
Mm,
You, messes with your memory. Uh,
mm.
shoot, the way your child reacts and their behavior, uh,
Kidneys, everything.
their attention. Yeah, it'll shut down your kidneys long
Is it
term.
hereditary? If you have is that cancer thing? What we were saying. If you have a strong son diabetes, does it pass along?
Oh yeah.
Okay, hey me. So I'm saying all this to say, compared to other substances,
Mhm.
why is this one legal?
Because it makes the money.
And people, but it has long-term effects. You have long-term negative effects from sugar, from high
It's a
doses of
profit
sugar.
that they could profit off of.
Yep, I'm just like high fructose. You need to. You ever watch this movie called? I mean, not a movie. It's a show. Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, don't say the show that I think you're gonna say.
Is it Hunters?
Yes, that's so good and it's so on point. It's
Yes,
so on
yes.
point.
But right there, high fructose corn syrup.
Okay, you know you want to get the syrup that's cheaper,
I
but yeah,
do.
I spend the time and I get that $14 syrup. That's real syrup without all
I
that
know.
extra shit in it.
'Cause when you taste the real syrup compared to Mrs. Buttersworth, you taste like that's why I say I taste chemicals now.
Yes. Have you
I
opened
think
up
it's
children's hugs juice? It
no,
smells like
I
medicine.
stopped drinking. No, I stopped. I don't. I stopped drinking those in high
I mean, I
school.
don't drink them, but sometimes it
No,
can.
because everything you saying is the reason why. Because, for instance, when I worked at Eckerd's with CVS, they had like we when they used to have like a large quantity or something, they'd give it to us for free. And I
Mhm.
had like a whole like two like up to almost my chest full of them hugs. And I used to sell them to my partners for like quarters and 50 cents and all that. Of course they used to steal them. But the thing is, I didn't like drinking them because they don't taste like nothing. They don't
Gross.
taste like nothing juice. They taste nasty.
They're far from juice. Far from juice. And I'm very big on if you don't believe it's a problem, go down the juice aisle turn around the juices and look at the percentage
The sugar.
of sugar and actual juice that's
Oh,
in it.
they tell you straight up, there ain't no juice in this. It's drink. What did Dave Chappelle say? What is grape juice? I know
Great,
about grape drink.
great drink. 20%
It's
juice,
purple.
15% juice. And then when you really want to buy fruit in a drink, there's no sugar in it. And that's thing about $5. And it's like this compared to you
Mm-hmm.
getting a thing of Hawaiian punch that don't get cold
I can't drink Hawaiian punch no more.
for $2.
I can't eat Velveeta cheese. See, we're talking about things that are not soul food, but
Right.
I'm saying it's all over. Now, soul food, the way it's made and prepared, I'd love to work in because and we're coming back to soul food. I'm gonna say this: soul food is made with love. It needs to be.
Yes.
I want y'all to think about it. How many people y'all know that are mean, nasty, always having a bad attitude that have good soul food? I want y'all to stop and think about that. Y'all don't know nobody. That's why. The people who love you make the best soul food. The people who volunteer in the community and give to others. They may have a little attitude at time, but they make the best soul food. Because once again, I highly believe soul food truly comes from the soul. You
It's
can't be on.
all that tension.
Because if you people who care about you ain't gonna be making no soul food. Oh yeah, and cranberry juice cocktail are not the same.
They're
Absolutely.
not.
And trust me, and current cranberry juice cocktail is like sweet.
The real one is
Like
tart.
that, yeah, that now you drink that cranberry juice, that thing tart. That
That's what I
like
drink.
go hit you right here.
That's what I drink.
It
Um,
gonna have you,
but
releasing
even
from like
though you
the
say
back.
you don't drink those drinks, a lot of people you go to somewhere where you're eating at those special dinners, get the kids drink, and the kids drink is what we just talked about a lot of times. Um, it's just choices and it's just decisions you make about okay the way that you ate for the last 30 years, is it contributing to you having a stroke? The way that you're eating, is it contributing to the fact that it's not helping your uncle upstairs that can't utilize his left foot?
Hey, get off of Uncle Larry.
Kidney disease, heart disease.
It's a, so but it's so many different factors, but it goes to the point. Once again, it's being obsessive with it. Because
Yeah.
you got once again, it's excessive with it. It's no exercise,
Fat.
you know,
My next
like
thing.
the
And
same thing when I was talking to my family and I'm like, yo, after how some people do the walk, like let's walk. Let's really like after the food settle, let's do like a little jog or walk around the
right,
oh, I ain't got no time for that. The Cowboys game coming on.
right. And that's a setup in itself. Thanksgiving where they know you're gonna be eating, Christmas when they know you're gonna be eating at the time of the game.
Yeah, it's very strategic.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like I told my cousin the other day, I said, girl, I don't know anybody else in our family that exercise.
mm,
I don't know none of my aunts and uncles that exercise. None of them. My brothers don't exercise.
I'm
But
trying to think what's my family exercise other than me.
my brothers' bodies are the same size they were when they came to this country when I was a little girl. But their change in their bodies is internal. Like one of my brothers being a mechanic and having oh my god, gout. And
Ooh, he got gout already.
yeah, and his diet having to be a certain way, you know.
But I was gonna say that because I know a lot of thin people with a lot of health issues. Once again,
Yes. You know what I'm saying? My youngest brother has had a six pack all his life, and the amount of salt that he puts in his food, I'm just like, how are you not
but
dealing
you know a lot of it's genetic too. Let's be mindful. A lot of this stuff is genetic.
with it? Right. I'm the only one out here with a round pound. And I'm just like, what is going on? So you have to bring in the diet, you have to bring in the exercising and the consistency and the
Mm.
walking and the not are you living somewhere where you have to drive all the time and there's no sidewalks or there's no trails for you to go running or walk? Is your community open to you coming into what is that? It's not the gym, but it's like a community center where you have like a gym. Um, you can walk around the park, things like that. That's a big reason on why I chose when I got pregnant. Okay, I got to move back down south because up top, living in New York and living in Philly, you walking around and you exercising every it might not be the safest and
I was about to say
might
that.
not be the safest and is not looked at as a norm if you don't live in certain areas of the city. And it's a struggle to have a baby going on a train and walking through the city and getting the stroller down the thing. And I wanted to live somewhere where if I needed to take them to the park, I could walk outside and walk to the park and walk home. I can
Mhm.
go to the grocery store. The girls can ride their bikes at the park or in the cul-de-sac of my neighborhood. I wanted them to have a neighborhood that had sidewalks and pedestrian crosswalks. I wanted them to be in an area where their childhood and being a child could be a norm, where they can also move their bodies willingly without it being unsafe. And so that goes back to you choosing the community that you're in. Is it conducive to the how your family engages with each other? How we pick our food should be better. I'm not saying absolutely stop eating the traditional foods that you're used to, but
Because I'm not.
we know. Okay, we know
Because
people.
I don't get me wrong. Like the thing is in moderation,
Yeah,
and everything you're saying, I've tried the healthier route. I can eat it.
yeah.
Am I going to enjoy it compared to the other one? Absolutely not.
I mean, for me, it took me a long time to like turkey bake, not turkey bacon, but I hate turkey bacon. To like ground turkey. That was acquired taste for a long
I
time.
can eat ground turkey.
But going from beef to ground turkey is a it's like an aftertaste, but then you start to get used to it. I still like when I eat bacon, thick cut apple wood
Thick.
bacon.
Yeah,
Okay.
she said that thick.
I like it thick. You know what I'm saying? Ice creams. I used to eat a whole thing of Ben and Jerry's of ice cream first period in high school. No problem. Still $1.50. I can't do that no more.
And I want to be mindful too. I'd rather not eat it at all than try to give me the fake stuff.
Oh, true.
Don't try to fool me with this. I ain't got. I want to. If I can't eat this no more, I ain't gonna eat this no more. I can eat other things. Limited.
True. You
I
want
saw somebody try to do vegetarian, vegan chitlins. I was like, y'all are sick.
no, I can't. Tofu, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If it ain't meat, don't give it to me. Okay. Um, Instead of you use meat, use mushrooms. Not doing it. I'm not gonna have the meat. Um, Oxtails. Oxtails has gone up in price so much where, like you
And
said,
I've seen you eat oxtails. Oxtails is on the level of chitlins.
okay, and they like, you know where oxtails come from? The tail of X, Y, and Z. And a lot of my family is like, I mean, we eat it sometimes, but we're not buying it to cook it. Sometimes I'll buy it to cook it, but the prices, I'm
I
not.
saw you cook oxtails before. You the one taught me how to cook
I
oxtails,
do,
Shay.
yes, but a lot of my family is like, oh no, we don't buy that and cook it. We might eat it when we go order it somewhere, but to buy it, clean it, and cook it, they not doing it. I'll buy it sometimes, but the way that my girls eat it up and the $30 2 pounds of it, I'm not buying it all the time.
I sous vide. It's a luxury. That's what I'm trying to tell
Yeah,
you. I sous vide my oxtail.
yeah.
Fancy shit. Yeah, serious. Ooh, that was hidden too. They were delicious.
And the way that Drake cooked meat is an experience. Okay, and he is very into the
People say my meats are delicious. All I'm saying.
I'm sure. Okay. I just
Uh,
I want you to eat good, but I also want you to be good to your body. Um, Soul food is our thing. It comes from tradition. It comes from family. It comes from heritage. It comes from different countries, and we might be Black Americans, but we have branches of our family that come from a completely different country and bring their foods here and the process of how they make it. And I'm not saying to do away with those processes, but please remember, if the food is not strictly coming from that country, once it's sold in a store in the United States, it is tampered with. So the way that you consume it cannot be the same way. And I try to explain that to my Jamaican 70-year-old mom, that she cannot eat the foods that she's used to eating all the time because you're not in Jamaica anymore. The food here is not what you think it is. Okay. And so it's a constant unlearning and learning and bringing in new things, but eat what you love, enjoy what you eat, but just be mindful of how you take it in all the time, how often you're taking it in. Um, there's still a lot of people that don't drink water.
mm, acid.
Okay. That
Don't let
body, come on. You got more alcohol in your house than you have water. That's a
crash.
problem. Okay. What are your kids consuming? My kids rarely get juice in my house. It's a lot more gallons of water in my house than it is juice ever. It's rare that juice is in my fridge. I'm not really big on alcohol. I probably have a drink twice a year. Um, I'm not a smoker. A lot of times when I go to the doctor and they ask me those questions, I'm just like, no, I don't. No, I don't. They look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, when you go out, how many drinks? I don't go out. You know what I'm saying? My life is very different from my family lives. Okay, they're at bars, lounges, and they got a whole cabinet full of whatever they want to indulge in. I just
Shannon's like, I am a mother, and that's it.
period.
Right.
I don't have all those extra things that they'll crave and want. When I bring snacks in here, they are in Ziploc bags counted out for lunch, not for you to walk in my kitchen and just grab. And so a lot of the ways that I grew up is not how my kids grow up. And they feel like, I wish grandma was my mom, because no, I'm giving you these boundaries because I know what it costs when you get my age and you didn't develop those boundaries and you have bad habits. So
Yeah, I need to interview your mama because it's so unique. It sound like
even
it sound like y'all are going in it's not a cycle, but it's a back and forth. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
sure. When she was here, when she was my mom was living with me for a year, it was very ask your go ask your mom if it's okay if I give you X, Y, and Z. Cause she knew like what you about to say yes to, I'm gonna say no to.
So
Did
like,
she did Anya eat already? Yeah, but she said she want another plate. No, she can eat tomorrow. Like
but it
those
sound like your mother may have come from a very strict childhood and upbringing.
she did.
So now when she raised you, she want to make sure you had certain freedoms and things to
Yeah.
do what you wanted
And
to
now
do.
I'm bringing
But
I'm
it was not too. And now your kids may be like, especially your oldest gonna be, my mother just let us talk, and she gonna be like, maybe I'm not saying this, but she may be very in order.
mm-hmm. No,
Just
I ain't got
saying.
a side. I ain't got a side, but I tell her to keep it tucked when it's appropriate.
Okay, okay, okay.
But
Just saying.
I will make sure my kids ain't out here like pastors' children.
Like exactly, that her kids may be like her mom. Then
Yeah. When they go out with my friends, they be like, such and such, let us have soda. Or Richie took us to McDonald's because I don't do McDonald's. I
let me
don't.
tell you, I knew some kids that were not allowed to have sugar growing up, and I never want my kids to be like them kids. Ever.
You told me this. You told me you had this conversation with your wife. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
those kids too. They're very weird.
very weird, very very different. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. It was like a Simpsons episode when we stuck got some sugar. Once again, because we're so used to sugar now. Like, imagine not having sugar until like you're in your 30s.
Yeah, that's
And I'm not talking about sugar like from fruits. I'm
oh
talking about refined, that grade A American,
yeah.
that white stuff.
That's an introduction into other substances.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because if you've been so used to any substance from your childhood, you get older, you become more used to it.
Yeah.
So your reaction to it is like not as great.
Right.
Like for instance, I was introduced to a substance. I'm gonna stop. It's been fun, y'all.
Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through and listening to Drake and I have this back and forth about delicious food from our cultures. My name is Shan, and that is Drake from Everything Culture. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. Check us out audio on your favorite podcast app. You can donate to the show anytime, and we'll be back soon with episode 10. If you don't check us, safe travels for Christmas. We appreciate you. Be safe and all that great stuff. Peace.
Peace. Love y'all.
For sure. Look at that.
Wait, how you get that?
Magic.